Update. My girlfriend, 24 female, got angry when I, 25 male, didn't feel enough sympathy when I found out that the guy she had an emotional affair with died. She called me heartless and still not talking to me as of now. Original post. Just to make it clear, we have been dating for over 5 years now, and things have changed a lot since the affair. I'm not saying what she did was okay, but I have forgiven my girlfriend since. About only 4 months into our relationship, she was close to this guy from university. They had a thing once but stayed friends. I read a conversation between him and her one time and found out what was happening. Anyway, this was 5 years ago. Basically, the guy still liked her. She didn't, but she flirted back. Last week, the guy fell off a building while climbing it or something. Apparently, he lost footing while climbing a crane for some reason. I don't know. I knew he was into that climbing buildings for views type of thing. I'm going to assume you guys know what I'm talking about. My girlfriend told me that he passed away as soon as I came home from work. This was how the conversation went. Her, Dylan died yesterday. Me, oh yeah? Poor bloke. He was asking for it though. Didn't he do those stupid parkour things? Her, what the heck is wrong with you? He left a sister, a mom, and a dad. How heartless can you get? I'm not happy that the guy died, and I'm not sad either. I just feel okay about it. I didn't know him enough, and he never apologized for what he did to me. 3 years ago, I probably would have laughed because I wished for it to happen. The anger I felt for him was so high. I understand that my girlfriend used to be close to him, but they haven't talked since she cut him out of her life, so I don't get why she's getting all emotional. It's not my fault he died. It's not my fault I'm not bawling my eyes out. I would bawl my eyes out if it was a kid, but a full-grown adult who convinced my girlfriend to cheat on me, never apologized for it, and is now climbing cranes for fun? No. To add to this, he was a massive prick to everyone, including our teachers in high school. He also mocked me because of my height. I don't see the wrong thing in what I did, but I do miss my girlfriend. Now for the top comments before reading the update. Definitely a rough situation. While I probably would have thought the same thing you did, and would have probably made that joke to one of my friends afterward if they didn't know or care about him, it was a bad move to make that joke to her. She definitely should have looked for sympathy from someone else, but you shouldn't have thrown salt in the wound. I know other posters have mentioned that they think she still loves him. I don't think that is true. This is probably the first death of anyone she has known well that is in her peer group. Same age range versus an elderly relative. It's a hard thing to go through. She should have known with the bad blood in the past that you wouldn't be a sympathetic ear. But you could have just said that sucks and went about your day. I'm just gonna apologize for what I said right now. She's still mourning. Heard her sniffling in the morning. Why? I don't know. This is probably a trickier situation than what most people go through, but this is how I see it. I think your reaction and your words were pretty ridiculous. I do, however, believe that you have every right to not really care that he is dead and to not be heartbroken over it. We don't have to pretend that dead people were good while they were alive, but we also don't have to spite them in the way you did after they are gone. Also, I think your girlfriend could have chosen a better way to bring it up. Doesn't sound like the healthiest relationship. I probably could have said some better things, but I want to be able to tell my girlfriend that I really don't care about what happened to him. She straight up brought it up to me as soon as I came home from a stressful day at work. I don't spite him, but what he did wasn't okay, and it's something I can keep in the back of my head, but never forget. May, your reply was maybe a little harsh, but I'm still siding with you. It's a little ridiculous, after everything that transpired, that your girlfriend would even bring this up to you, with the expectation that you would provide some kind of comfort or kind words. Yes, this. I honestly can't provide comfort, and I don't know why she was expecting sympathy from me. Going to apologize for what I said, but not how I feel. Now for the first update. I appreciate everyone else's 2 cents on the issue. After logging out of this account, I walked up to my girlfriend in our bedroom to see her crying while looking at her phone. She found photos of them together while they were a thing. Just typing this makes me sick to my stomach. The sight of her as an emotional wreck just made me break down. I asked if we could talk tomorrow, and all she said was a faint yes. Well, we had that talk, and she admitted to falling in love with him during the affair and not getting over him for about 7 to 8 months while we were together. She told me she never felt anything for him during this time. This also means that she kept in contact with him all this time through small Facebook conversations. I'm going to give a few points to that Redditor who suggested that maybe she was in contact with him even before his death. I apologized for what I said, but I am terribly hurt. She lied to me all this time. So I am not proposing. She has broken my trust and still stayed disloyal after all these years and after everything I have ever done for her. We have been through so many things. I was almost certain she was the one for me. She begged me to forgive her and to stay, but I don't know anymore. She also told me that even if they kept contact, she never felt anything for him again. She just said he was a great guy. I am staying at a friend's tonight and will be moving out of our apartment soon. Took a day off work and my life has become a mess. I don't know where to begin. I don't even know if we're broken up or not. All I know is I'm questioning everything at the moment. I don't want to move. I don't want to eat. I just can't. I'm missing her so much, and I'm tempted to come back home, but I'm also angry, and I'm afraid that I'm going to end up hurting her as soon as I see her. She has been trying to reach me and asking when I'm coming home as if I only left for work. Don't worry, friends. I will be okay. Just wish I had broken up with her as soon as I found out about the affair, so I wouldn't have to go through this all over again. It all feels like a dream to me. I know my reaction to his death was harsh, but I do not deserve any of this. Just wish I broke up with her as soon as I found out about the affair, so I wouldn't have to go through this all over again. This is why the sub will generally advise breaking up when a person cheats. It's so much more painful later when the cheating happens again, or when more information about the affair turns up. I'm sorry you're going through this. You now know your ex is a cheater and a liar, and a person who will hide and do hurtful things behind your back. If she really didn't have serious feelings for him, why was she putting your healing relationship with you at risk by continuing to contact him? If she didn't feel anything for him, why is she having crying jags over him? She continued to cheat on you emotionally. Continue with your plan to move out, then move on. You are worth so much more than this. This right here, you never get all the information when you find out. It is impossible for them to tell the truth, and the best predictor of the future is the past. If they cheated before, they are likely to do it again. Hence the advice to just do the breakup. I know my reaction to his death was harsh, but I do not deserve any of this. Not really. I can't believe she actually expected you to have sympathy for a guy she had any sort of affair with. Yeah, sure, he died, but people die every day, and this is a guy you actively disliked. Not sure what she was expecting from you here. Comfort because she lost someone she had an emotional affair with? Clearly, with how strongly she's feeling over this death, this guy wasn't just some friend. He was someone she had strong and likely romantic feelings for. You're right. You should have broken it off when you first discovered it. I think the breakup is the only way to move forward. She literally only wants you around right now for comfort because she is hurting badly and doesn't want to lose you too. Selfish reasons, in my opinion. This guy is always going to be hanging over any future relationship with this girl. Second update. I am now at a friend's house, and she has been calling and messaging me, even having the audacity to call my parents and demand that they tell me to call her back. The pain is too much right now. I haven't eaten since. I don't think I can. I don't want to do anything, including moving. I just want to stay in bed and sleep for the rest of my life. Everything reminds me of her. 5 years of my life wasted. All the money, the time, our apartment, which I'm planning to give up to her because she doesn't have anyone else. I hate this. What did I ever do to deserve this? I've read every single comment, and I'd like to thank everyone for the kind words. These past few days have been really hard on me. I only had almost 3 hours of sleep last night, and it is currently midnight right now. I'm not going to consider getting back with her. I'm just trying to be okay. You didn't do anything to deserve this. It's on her. She lied to you. Try to get out and do anything. Get fresh air, go for a walk, hit the gym. It'll take time to clear your head. I second this. Get out and get some fresh air. Go for a walk. Yell at something. Haha. When my wife had her affair, I would go on long hikes in the bush just so I could be alone and yell at something. Helped a lot. Now for the last update. It has been weeks since the biggest crap storm in my life happened. I have never been so wrecked, so emotionally drained, and traumatized. My ex-girlfriend decided to move out of the apartment just over a week ago. We both signed an agreement that the apartment becomes mine. That was the last time I saw her. Nothing big happened except her friends trying to talk me out of this breakup. Stupid idiots. She's still trying to come back to me, but I'm slowly starting to heal and accept the fact that her chapter in my book is over, so her door to me is now locked. I'm currently seeing someone, a therapist, to help me get over her, and I think it is working. I've tried a couple of things and even went skydiving. It felt good. The thought of her still hurts me deeply, but I'm certain it will go away. I'm hopeful at the moment. Maybe being alone isn't so bad after all. It made me reconnect with a lot of friends and family. Thank you, everyone, for the help and the advice. It might seem little to a few people, but your understanding and words gave me comfort. Second story. Update. My girlfriend, 21 female, tested me and I, 25 male, failed. Original post. My girlfriend goes to school full-time and works 2 part-time jobs. She lives in a dorm, so her only real expenses are gas, groceries, and paying off her credit card. She also takes school-related and family trips about once a month, spending money on new clothes, nails, makeup, and hair. I recently graduated last December and have been running my own business for the past year. I'm not rolling in cash. I reinvest a lot into my business and myself. I try to be frugal but not cheap. I've spent money on experiences for us, trips, eating out, excursions, bought her gifts, like for Valentine's Day, and I also own a house, which comes with its own financial responsibilities. The situation: she recently crashed her car into a curb and had to pay $400 for repairs. A month ago, she also had an unexpected $300 tuition fee pop up, which she hasn't paid yet. Today, she texted me asking if I could cover it because she needs to sign up for summer classes and her balance has to be cleared first. I suggested she take out a subsidized loan, which is interest-free, and she could get the money as soon as next week, but she insisted she needed it today to enroll. Why I'm hesitant? 1. She's known about this tuition fee for over a month but didn't prioritize paying it. 2. She works 2 part-time jobs and has no major bills. So how is she short on $300? 3. She told me half her paycheck went to car repairs, $400, so I asked where the other half went. She said gas, groceries, eating out, and new clothes for a school trip. That tells me she prioritized clothes and personal expenses over an essential bill like tuition. 4. She has money in her savings, but she doesn't want to use it because she's putting it toward paying off her credit card. But aren't savings for emergencies? 5. She knows money has been tight for me lately. I've had to cover $1,500 in truck repairs, taxes, and house foundation fixes. Bigger concerns. Beyond finances, I feel unappreciated. We've been together for over 6 months, and I've expressed wanting to meet her family. However, her family is very culturally traditional and Muslim, and since we're not officially allowed to date, I haven't been introduced. Our relationship is very private, and although she's trying to open it up, I don't like being hidden. She says that where she comes from, men are expected to provide and spoil their wives and girlfriends, and that this is an opportunity to show I'm a providing man. While I do that for my mom and sisters, I feel like in this case, it's being expected rather than appreciated. So, am I wrong for saying no? I don't think I'm being stingy because 1. She's had a month to handle this. 2. She chose to spend on nails, clothes, and eating out instead of paying tuition. 3. She has the money in her savings but doesn't want to use it. 4. I don't feel appreciated enough in the relationship to be covering major expenses. 5. I have my own financial responsibilities that are more pressing. Now for the top advice before reading the update. Don't pay for her tuition. If her religion is so important that she expects gender roles out of you, then she shouldn't be dating without her parents' knowledge or having sex. She's cherry-picking what parts of religion to follow. And what's the unexpected fee? Demand to know what it is, because it sounds to me like she's using you as a bank account. And if she wants you to act like an official boyfriend who pays, then you need to be treated like an official boyfriend who is brought home to meet the parents. If you're too shameful to be introduced, then it's shameful to take your money too. And there's no indication she plans to pay you back. I agree on the unexpected fee. I'm curious to even know if it's real. I know I'm not going to pay for her tuition, so is it even worth asking her to prove the $300 expense? I'm really curious about it now. What's the best way to go about asking for proof? Here's the thing, OP. I don't think she has proof. Don't be surprised if you ask and she responds with, "Don't you trust me? It's none of your business. Don't question me," and other BS answers. If this is really a school bill, it's going to be online. It'll go through the college website, and there will be receipts. There will be an official trail to be seen. Demand in writing that she will pay you back. But like I said, I don't think she's going to react well. Don't be surprised if this breaks you up. I smell a rat. True, I know she will take it offensively if I ask her to prove it. Lastly, I told her I'm going to think about it, kind of implying I will pay for it. Then she said she's also going to expect me to start paying for gas and groceries here and there for her. I didn't mention that in the original post. Now for the update a day later. Well, it turns out it was all a test. We talked about it, and I told her I wouldn't pay for it. She pushed back asking why not. I explained that it's not my role to cover her general expenses, especially knowing she had the money, but chooses to spend it on clothes and nails instead. Then she hit me with, "Would it be any different if we were married?" I said, "Yes, it would be different, but since we're not, that's not the case." Then she said, "Well, if you don't want to provide for me like a husband, then why should I be intimate with you? I believe intimacy is for marriage only." Bruh. She was basically saying she won't be intimate with me unless I pay for her things. Wow. Then she revealed it was all a test. She had already paid for the tuition herself, but wanted to see if I would provide for her when she needs it. I was so shocked and upset that I told her I needed space. I hung up, walked around, and called my mom to vent because she's really helpful in moments like this. Meanwhile, my girlfriend kept blowing up my phone with calls and texts. After processing everything, I came to the conclusion that this was manipulative. Healthy relationships are built on trust, communication, and mutual respect, not secret tests to see if the other person will act a certain way. If she had concerns about financial support, she should have had an open conversation instead of setting up a situation where I could fail. I told her all of this. Her response? She still didn't see the issue. She tried to spin it like she actually needed the money, when in reality, she didn't, because she had it. Then she said it was an opportunity for me to act from the goodness of my heart, and I didn't take it. Which is crazy, because I have done so much for her. I completely paid for a fancy trip for us. I always pay for our dates. I buy her gifts here and there. I went all out for Valentine's Day. I filled up her gas tank when we drove her car. And just today, I told her I got her Ramadan gifts. I feel like when you love someone, you don't test them or set them up to fail. A mature person would have an open conversation if they saw something as a concern. But here's the biggest issue. She told me she could never bring me around her parents because I'm not Muslim. I told her, if you expect me to behave like a husband by paying for your stuff, then I expect to be treated like a husband by being included in your family. Family is important to me. I love inclusion, and I want to share life with my partner's loved ones, not be shut out. She basically said it doesn't matter how great of a man I am to her. If I'm not Muslim, she can't introduce me to them. The worst part, she still doesn't see my perspective on the financial test and why it was wrong. She genuinely believes she did nothing bad. And then she made that comment about me not being Muslim, so I'll never meet her family. I feel upset and honestly heartbroken. This isn't really an AITA post anymore, more of an update and event. Thanks for reading.